What is the point in pushing a man into the sea of duality where he can't even keep himself afloat?
Why? You can float. No, if you stop struggling, you'll float. Now, why creation? That's the question. This question has been asked too many times. But shall I tell you why creation happened? Hmm? Are you okay? Now, one day, see, these people are laughing. This is not fair. Before I tell them why creation, they're laughing. One day, God had nothing to do. So he was playing marbles. One marble fell this way and it became planet Earth. Another marble hit it and shot up and it became sun. Another smaller marble became moon. And many other marbles he lost control and it became whole galaxies. And… shall I continue? Now this is a ridiculous story you don't want to believe. But I could… if we had more time, I could tell you a story as long as Mahabharata, and then you would believe. If I make the story sufficiently elaborate and logically sensible, you would believe the story. Anyway, when I tell you a story, what is the option that you have? Believe me or disbelieve me, that's all the option you have, isn't it? If you disbelieve me, what will happen? Nothing will happen. If you believe me, what will happen? Nothing will happen. You just have one more story to tell in the next dinner party that you have. But in what way will it transform your life? In what way does it take you any closer to reality than the way you are right now? Does it? Does it or no? It doesn't, isn't it? If I tell you stories, you'll become wiser? See, right now, just because people believe these stories, they have become utterly stupid, so stupid that today the fight in the world, don't believe this, that they are saying it is between good and evil. The fight in the world is not between good and evil, it is just one man's belief versus another man's belief, isn't it? Now, this many people believe my story, this many people believe somebody else's story. Can you stop these people fighting after some time? Initially they will say bye-bye. Initially they say we are all brothers, we are together, this, that. But tomorrow, when these people insist our story is right, and these people also insist our story is the real reality, can you stop them from fighting? Anyway they will fight. Please understand, all the fight in the world is just one man's belief versus another man's belief. Simply because they believe things that they do not know. Why don't you be sincere enough to simply see that you don't know? If you see, I do not know, what you will do? You will seek. Because nobody can live with I do not know for too long. So you just believe something that somebody told you, it quells you, it puts you to sleep, but it doesn't get you any closer to reality as such, isn't it? Just makes you believe one more story. Now, these stories, very entertaining, culturally rich, but if you're looking for enlightenment, if you're looking for liberation, if you're looking for going beyond your limitations, they are of no consequence. If you're just looking for color, if you're just looking how to decorate your life, then culture is useful. So let's not destroy the culture, let's enjoy the culture, but don't go by the stories. Don't believe or disbelieve the story, just enjoy the story, isn't it? Now, when it comes to creation, instead of asking why, if you see, Right now you are a part of the creation, and like you said, you're entangled and stuck and drowning in the creation, as you say. Not everybody may be drowning, but at least quite a lot of people feel that they're drowning when things go wrong, at least. When things don't go the way they want them to go, they feel they're drowning, isn't it? So right now, in some way you're entangled. Now if you ask me how to go beyond this, instead of asking why creation, if you ask how to transcend creation, now I have a way, I have a method, I have a clear-cut path as to how to go beyond this. But if you ask me why, I can only tell you a story. Even if the story is true, still in your experience it is just a story, isn't it? Yes? Even if the story that I am telling is actually true, as far as your experience goes, it is just another story. If it appeals to your mind, you will believe it. If it does not appeal to your mind, you will not believe it. So, stories won't transform people. You believe God to be a demon and demon to be a god, it makes no difference because after all it's just your belief. Now Shiva is Mahadeva in India. Openly, in countries in the West, especially in the United States, people are going about campaigning, he's a demon. Okay? So, can you believe for an Indian, Shiva Bhaktas are here? He is the highest of the highest. But the whole aspect of Shiva has been created with enormous care and understanding. It is not to be believed, it is to be used as a tool and a device in your life. Shiva, his personality has been created like this. He is the most beautiful and he is the ugliest. He is the most wonderful and he is the most terrible. His friends are all demons and freaks and goblins and all kinds, but he is the highest god. It has all been created like this. He is the destroyer, but he is the very basis of creation. It's all been created like this because if you can accept this one man, you'll accept the whole creation the way it is. It's a tool, it's a device, but now you just made it into your story. Suddenly it is no more it has lost its transforming impact upon you. If you really use Shiva as a tool, if you really use Shiva as a device to transform yourself, if you just see the evil and the good, the beautiful and the ugly, everything is a part of him, you would revere the ugly and the beautiful the same way, isn't it? Yes? That would be very transforming. But now you just believed the story, did not apply the device to your life, see no change. You say Shiva or Rama or whatever nonsense, nothing changes. But if you applied it the way it was intended, it would have transformed you tremendously.